Hi guys, today we are starting something completely different and new. We are going to make sure that we look at rubrics a little more carefully. So this is our goal is that you can use a rubric to learn about what you need to do to earn a proficient grade or more. Okay. So, what we are going to look at today is the rubric for our next writing piece. We'll actually create presentations to explain what each of the sections mean and look at examples that can help us understand rubrics better. So, I want to take you to your Google Classroom under the Writing tab. You have this rubric. You have your writing that is called Declaration of Independence. And you have this rubric on page 1. You will notice that on this page, each has a category. So it's divided into 4 different categories, and each category has a link. In this link, you can type and you are going to learn what this informational writing means, what organizing means. So it says that you need to read facts 1 through 5 on the page. The same thing for here. And then you have a different here. And then you're going to go to the link. Once you read it, it says read the power of 3 in teaching students to explain evidence. Okay, so you're going to read that section. And then in this section, it has cups. And you're going to read what's in this link and create a presentation for it. Your job really is not very hard. So you'll notice that the instructions say that the teacher will divide you into 4 different groups. You'll find a list of your groups on your slide. Of course, we haven't made the groups yet, but once you'll see the link here and you'll see that there's a number of people who will be in different groups. We'll divide you up and we'll give you one of the sections of the rubric, okay? So it might say that we say focus on information and your name is in there. So this is the only part that you'll focus on focus on information. Or it might be that you're an organization, so you'll only focus on these. Or support and evidence, you'll only focus on these. And language and mechanics, so you'll only focus on this. So once you're divided into groups and you've been given what part of the rubric you will be working on to get the best results out of this, you must explain what the topic within the rubric is and present some examples of what you think a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1 can look like. That means that you are going to write those in your presentation. So if you're going to look at the 4. So what does respond skillfully to all parts of the prompt mean, or state an opinion clearly that shows an insight, right? Or a strong understanding of audience. So you're going to have to give me an example of what this means for a 4, an example of a 3, an example of a 2, an example of a 1. Along with that, in the presentation, you're going to have to explain what focus and information means based on the facts that you read. So you're going to create a Google presentation with that. We've posted the Google presentation link in your Writing Google Classroom tab, and you'll be able to go back and forth in between the rubric and the presentation. We want to make sure that you have what you need, okay? So make sure that you that you look at your rubric and you really adjust your part of the rubric that you've been assigned with your group and create a wonderful presentation. There is no limit of number of slides that you must have. I would say have about 6 or 7 slides, one with an introduction, so it tells the names of everyone in the group since only one person will create and then everyone else will collaborate with them. And that person who creates will have to share it with you. Then have about 1 slide to explain what focus and information means for the rubric. Then another slide with an example of a 4, an example of a 3, an example of a 2, and an example of a 1. Then have a concluding paragraph of your presentation. That should make it.